Today we are splitting up and we're going bourbon hunting, but with a twist.
I am staying in Austin and hitting 3 urban liquor stores to see what the city has to offer.
You have a Weller, aged 12 year, for $53 at this store.
And I am taking a drive out into the Texas countryside to explore 3 rural shops that I hope have some hidden gems. That might be the first birthday bourbon I've ever seen in the wild. And if you want to wear your whiskey obsession on your sleeve, we've got merch. Whether you want to rep the happiest place on earth, or maybe yell great Scotch, or assemble with fellow bourbon lovers, we've got a design for you. The link is in the description below. Grab one before your next bottle hunt.
So the question is, does big city access beat small town charm when it comes to bourbon? Let's find out.
All right guys, we are in Giddings, Texas, which is about an hour east of Austin. And we are at stop number 1, Liquor Depot. Now this is sort of on the way between Austin and Houston. So let's see what Liquor Depot has in store for us. Morning.
Morning.
Holy crap. Hi, I'm Ryan.
I'm Nick. Anything you need or need help with, let me know.
Nick, the first thing I see when I walk in the door is a mountain of stag.
Well,
What's going on here?
we have barrel drops on Saturday.
Okay.
So it's an event. So that's why we instead of put them in the back room and people like question if we have them or not, they're right here. We're not hiding nothing.
Wow. How often do you get these?
I mean, not very often, but you know what I mean? We do a lot of barrels.
Okay.
We get lucky sometimes with some unicorn barrels like Stag or anything like this.
That is incredible. How long have you had this store for?
We're going through the 12 year.
Yeah.
We have 7 total.
7. Okay. Is this the biggest one?
I can't say biggest or not, but this is, as they said, you're the that's the first child, right?
Yeah.
So this is I put a lot of love of myself over here. So a lot of the event we do them over here, but
Okay.
a lot of them they will still have a selection of our store picks, not special things like for an event store pick, but all the others they will have them. They have a good selection as well,
Okay.
and they're all over the place. So there's some of them in like Smithsville, Del Valle, Uland, Luling. They're all in a rural area.
Gotcha.
One in Cameron.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're popping up. All right. Do you mind if we take a walk around and just kind of
Please.
see what's here?
Please walk anything, and if you have any question, let me know.
All right. Appreciate
We're
it.
here.
Thanks,
All
Nick.
right.
For you Scotch fans out there, we got a pretty good selection here. Look at this. We got the rare cask from Macallan. We got the Harmony collection. Actually, not priced too terribly either. We actually just used the Macallan rare cask in our allocated versus shelf bottles where we put it up against Balvenie 12. And did Eddie get it right? You should watch. All right, we got some Weller Special Reserve down here, $30, not bad. $30 for the Buffalo Trace, $37 for the liter. Look at that. That is wild.
There you go.
So we got a Russell's Private Barrel.
Yeah.
Look at that. And how much of this will be going for?
$79.99.
Okay. And how much of the Stag's going for?
$89, but there is like some kind of bundle to go.
Okay, got it.
Where do you want it, boss lady? Right there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Look at this. We got a whole stack of VH Taylor here, which a couple months ago you couldn't find anywhere. Now it's everywhere. That's a pretty decent price too. You got the old Granddad 7, which just came out recently. That's a good bottle, by the way. But look at this. This is not something I was expecting to find in our first rural stop. Cases of VH Taylor, cases of Stag, cases of Buffalo Trace. Now we got cases of Russell's coming in. Like, that's pretty incredible. All right, let's see what we got behind the glass here. First thing that popped out at me right away, we got a 1792 12 year. That is one you don't see very often.
I mean, it's a closet, literally a closet, guys. I don't want you to be disappointed or anything.
It's all good. All right.
So when I said it's literally a closet,
Oh my God.
I meant it, right?
Look at this back here.
So I meant it when I say it's a closet, but it does the job.
Wow. Look, you got Weller 12s, you got Eagle Rare 12s, you got some Russell 13s, Old Fitz 9, Shanks and Bombergers.
So we doing a lot of the Russell since we're doing the Russell event. So the Russell 13, we get a few of the still rick houses in there.
Oh, nice.
And then of course you can't do an event without a lot of Buffalo Trace Sazerac products. So we do this. I have some Shanks and Bomberger for the event as well.
Oh, those are great.
And then of course the bad boys right there.
Oh, the
We got a couple cases of this guy right here.
Elmer T. Lee.
and then a bunch of cases of Blanton Golds, as you see right here.
Wow.
At the event, I'm treating everybody being loyal because everybody did an effort for them to drive to Giddings. Does that make sense?
That's incredible. Yeah.
So I need to offer everybody my price to my loyal customers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand sales is sales, but for me, not. Relationship comes first.
Yeah, and that's
You know?
how you gain a bigger loyalty over time, you know? So one of the ones that caught my eye here was Laws. But honestly, I don't know much about Laws, so what can you tell us about it?
So they have a lot of the goodie stuff. They have like 4-grain. They have some different variety. This is one of their experimental barrels.
Okay.
Okay. So when I decided to do a barrel program with them, I did it because I like the uniqueness, same like Still Austin. So they do everything from scratch.
Okay.
So all local ingredient, they buy it from Colorado, they bring them and they distill from scratch. Does that make sense?
Grain to glass?
Grain to glass kind of idea, right? So I figured everybody was jumping in the wheel of Still Austin. I still love Still Austin. It was one of the greatest juice ever. But I figure maybe I need to jump into a different wheel with the same idea. Make me different than everybody else.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So that's why I went with this one.
So I'm getting some of the caramel in there, and I'm getting some nutty notes.
I think that's come from the 7.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's not?
Yeah. You know what? That almost finishes like a beer, in my opinion.
I can see that.
Yeah. It's got a malty finish to it.
I want to offer you one thing though.
Okay.
Any of our store pick,
Yeah.
and if you don't buy it without trying it. So we offer tasting for every single one.
Okay.
And I don't know, if you like a sneak peek on the taste of the stag, I might have some.
Oh, that's awesome. So any of these...
Oh, see my other customer right there? How his ears just...
What did you say, stag?
Stag, yeah. Yeah,
So
but
any of these store picks then are available
any
for
store
tasting?
pick, yeah, I have a way to say, I mean, I'm proud of what we pick.
So what do we got back here?
So I get the stag. I promise you, you can try stag.
Thank you.
The one that we're gonna dump on Saturday.
Mhm.
And I have a surprise for. I didn't get a lot of these.
Okay.
So when I decide, I crack one here, and I offer it to all my good customers.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
I feel like Star Hill was great things make or mark.
Yes.
It's definitely totally different than the regular lineup, but this is some damn good juice.
Oh my God.
All right.
And this is their weeded whiskey that Maker's
Yep.
Mark did.
It's a blend of a lot of wheat. So which one do you want to try first?
I think we'll start with the Star Hill.
All right, let's start with Star Hill then.
Work our way up. Wow. Wow. That one, like that lingers. That is one of the best, maybe the best weeded whiskey I've had.
I think so. It's one of the best.
Mhm.
One of the best.
That is fantastic.
It's a great experience, as I said. It's a great experience. And as I told you, I wish I had a lot to put in the store for customer, and I didn't get a lot of allocations. So I figured the best way to share the love is to open it. And when I see somebody enjoy bourbon and love to drink it, he will appreciate a small sip.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So
I would never guess that was Maker's.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I distinguish them. And hopefully there will be something like this or similar experiment every year,
All right, let's see how the cork pop is on the stag here. Ready?
even though it's open.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll still make it work. All right, that was a squeaky one. Man, I am a big fan of huge oak finishes, and that is perfect. Okay, guys, so I think our first stop here at Liquor Depot is a huge success, and our timing was pretty good too because they got that event coming up this weekend. I was very tempted to buy a bunch of bottles today, but I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna come back on Saturday, and I'm gonna purchase some store picks, probably get a stag, maybe a couple allocated bottles, and then I think we'll be good to go. Big shout out to Nick too. You saw him take us around. He was so accommodating. He's so passionate about what he does. And that's one of the things I was kind of expecting at these small towns is that they're really into what they do. And that was obvious by what Nick did here.
All right, guys, we are in Zeke's Liquor Store right on the outskirts of downtown Austin. It doesn't get any more city than this. So we're gonna go and check out to see if they have any allocated bottles or anything good that we could purchase at a decent price. Hey guys, how's it going?
Doing good, how are you?
Good, thank you. We're just here looking for some whiskeys and allocations. Wanted to see what you guys carry in here.
Everything's over there in the right-hand corner. If you have any questions, tell me.
And this is a really interesting store because you don't have a huge amount of space, but what they do have, they have a lot of really good stuff. You see some Buffalo Trace 1 liters for $38. I mean, that is as good as it gets in price. They got plenty of Wellers. So they have the purple top of Willet for $245. Honestly, whenever I have seen it at stores, I've seen it a lot more than that. So I am pretty damn impressed at the price. Very old St. Nick, again, MSRP. Dude, okay. You have a Weller aged 12 year for $53 at this store. I don't think that I've ever seen it at a store any cheaper than that. I would bet that if Ryan found something like this in the countryside, it would probably be about 200 bucks. So I am stoked that I found this and I am gonna purchase this. Doc Swinson has a lot of really cool experimental cask finishes and I highly recommend them. I have an Amberana cask finish. This one here is a tawny port finish. And I haven't tried the tawny port, but the Amberana one is fantastic. And for the price, if you like finished products, I think that Doc Swinson is the way to go. They have a really cool selection here of Amroot. They don't have the Amroot Fusion, which is one of my favorite whiskeys. Oh no, they do. Hold on one second, look at that hiding back there. Amroot Fusion, this is one of my favorite whiskeys of all time. And they have a really nice selection here of other bottles that I have not tried from Amroot. They have peated Indian, so I would be curious to see how the Amroot Fusion, which is a fusion of Indian and peated Scotch barley, how that compares to just an Indian peated malt. And it's on sale. You know what? I'm gonna pick it up.
Find everything all right?
Yeah, more than all right. Honestly, when I walked in here, I was not expecting this type of collection that you guys have here. I'm very, very impressed.
Appreciate that.
Do you guys have any store picks? Do you guys typically do any of those?
No, so we've thought about doing store picks in the past. The thing is, it's such a large commitment in terms of bottles that you have to sell. I could build furniture with the amount of cases we'd have if we did a store pick. And so it just makes more sense for us to use that money to have a more diverse selection than it does to have a bunch of one thing. Maybe in the future, I mean, we definitely like to, just on a personal level, it'd be fun to do that, but it just hasn't made the most business sense recently. So for that reason, we haven't. But yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because honestly, the amount that you guys have here for the shelf space is pretty incredible. I'm very, very impressed.
I appreciate that. We do our best to try and keep it single facing all the way through for given the space that we have. So.
There you go. No, it's great. It's great. You guys are doing a fantastic job here. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah,
Nice
absolutely. Likewise. Guys, I am stoked. I walked in here on my very first stop and got myself an Amroot that I have not tried before, and I'm very excited to check it out and to share it with Ryan. But more importantly, I got myself this Weller 12 year at as MSRP as it could possibly get at $53. I'm super just happy that we stopped here, and I'm a little concerned for my next stops because if they're all nearly as good as this one, I'm gonna end up broke. So.
All right, guys, we're at stop number 2. We got Z's Liquor. We're just a few miles outside of Austin, but it still has that real country feel to it right now. So let's go inside and see what they got.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Hey, how are you, man?
I'm good, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm Ryan.
Yes, sir. I'm Manish.
Nice to meet you, Manish.
Yes, sir. Nice
All
to
right.
meet you, sir.
All right.
How's
So
your
we're,
day, sir?
we're good. We're coming in. We're just looking at the bourbons and whiskeys that you have here.
Yeah.
I see you got an incredible selection up here.
It's right here also bourbon.
Yep.
Yeah. And little bit right is a whiskey collection right here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I see you have Eagle Rare, you have Blanton's,
Blanton's, Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
Sardivas.
and you got some E.H. Taylors up there. You got the straight rye, barrel proof, and small batch. So the barrel proof is what, $199?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And the small batch is $99.
Small batch is $99.
Okay. You got some Stag up there.
Yeah.
$299 it looks like.
Yes, sir. The stag is $299. Sir.
Okay. All right. So what's your favorite up here on this shelf?
it's like a Tuma sale. This Eagle Rare.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes is Valenton also very good.
Yeah, yeah.
Sale.
How long you been working here?
1 year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Is this your store or?
No, me work here.
Okay.
It's my boss store. Zora, man.
Gotcha. Awesome. Do you mind if we take a look around?
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
If you any help, then ask me, sir.
All right, so this is actually a scotch I've never seen before. So if you guys can tell me something about this, I'd love to know more about it. These are actually pretty decent prices for the Bushmills 10 and 12, if you're an Irish whiskey fan. So here's one I've never seen from Smooth Amarillo before. Big Level Wheated Bourbon. Interesting. These are pretty good, but I've never seen this one before. Yeah, pretty decent prices out here. 60 bucks for the Rare Breed, that's really good. 45 for the Russell's 10 year. So do you guys have store picks that you do?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where do you keep those?
In my next store, the Moon Dance in Round Rock.
Oh,
Yeah, it's very big store.
okay, cool. So all your store picks are over there?
Yeah, they're big stores, very big.
Okay. And are you guys affiliated with that store? It's the same?
Yeah, something.
Same owner?
Yeah, same owner.
Okay.
6 store.
Okay. Do you have like a program that people can sign up for, like with a phone number or something? No, nothing like that? Okay. Just
Send me, then we will start it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Thank you. So the selection in there was okay. They had way more allocated bottles than I was expecting to see here for a small location like this. But again, for the price point, you can see why they're sitting there on the shelf. But again, if you're in the Austin area and you're looking for those bottles and you don't mind paying a little more, then Z's Liquor could be a really good option for you.
All right, guys, now my stop is at Galaxy Liquors. We're gonna see if it's as good or if not even better than Zeke's liquor store that we stopped at just a minute ago. Let's find out. Hey, how's it going?
All right, hey, how you doing?
Doing good, doing good. From the look of it,
Sure,
you guys have a few
absolutely.
allocated.
We do have, so like, of course, you can look it up. Blanton, Eagle 12, we just got it like last week. Well, 12, we always have it, it's like every week thing. Caribou Crossing, Old Forester, I don't think so there anymore. And this is something new. I don't know, is anybody ever mentioned to you? It's like kind of, they collaborate with Weller CYPB.
Yeah, I see
Corazon is
that.
Tequila, and that one is with Elmer T. Lee. I'm like, you can just look it up.
That is really neat.
Yeah,
so,
that one is something very different that I think it's coming a lot in the market from down the road. This one is Elmer T. Lee.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and this one's Weller. So it's Weller CYPB, which is a hell of a
Oh,
bottle.
yeah. By
So-
itself.
Right, right. So then this is a tequila that's been aged
Yeah.
in a barrel that carried that Weller. That is pretty
Absolutely.
impressive. So what are the prices on these?
This is like $99, $100.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like really like the person who say I like tequila and bourbon, whiskey kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think this is perfectly made for like both reasons.
Yeah, exactly. I'll blend them
So-
both. Right?
Well, a millennium, if somebody really wanted, we're doing 6,000 out of the door.
Look at that.
If you guys coming during Christmas time, man, you're gonna have a lot of bottles.
That's great to know.
I'm like, those are the main thing that we are into the allocation zone.
Mhm.
So we get all those B tag that is including Pappy, William LaRue, Thomas Handy, all of those things. I'm like, you name it, we sure can say yes, we have it. And it's the Weller CYPB, full proof.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So if you're in Austin around the Christmas time, you better stop here because he's gonna hook you up. He's not. he
Yeah,
has
sure.
some good
Hey,
stuff.
absolutely. Just come on in. We're sure gonna work with your numbers. See if we can find a fairground for everybody just to see which one people liking it.
Okay.
Sure.
I love
to
that.
that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I've seen several bourbon creams. I have never seen a bourbon cream from Ezra Brooks. And it's at 33 proof. That's not too bad for a cream. We got the Balmaria here. $300. It's a hard bottle to get, to be fair. You can't go wrong with the Bardstown here. Especially the Bardstown Origin Series and the Bottled and Bond Origin Series. Those are probably some of my favorite everyday pours. So is there like a whiskey that you carry that you'd say, look, this is a special one that a lot of people sleep on?
Well, I got a lot of them in that case. Well, my favorite is always Elijah Craig. And I like the Woodford Double Oak. Oh,
That's a good one. Yeah.
it's a very nice notch.
Yeah.
So that's something I personally prefer. If somebody say, hey, what do you think besides allocation in general population, they say, those are my guys.
There you go. All right, so we just left Kareem at Galaxy Liquors. Incredible guy. Probably one of the nicest people that I've met in a very, very long time. We didn't end up buying anything there. They had a couple of allocated bottles. And honestly, the prices were a little on the higher side for the allocations, but everything else in there was really well priced.
All right, where the hell are we? Is this liquor store in a farm or what? All right, guys, we're at stop number 3, Starbeam Liquors. This is just about a mile down the road from the last location we were at. So let's go in and see what they got. All right, already see some of these bottles over here. Oh, check this out. We got Eagle Rare 12, Weller Single Barrel. We got an Old Fitz 9. Look at this. We got George T. And then look at this. That might be the first birthday bourbon I've ever seen in the wild, especially here in Texas. We got a Redbreast 27. We got a Handy. We got Weller Full Proof Double Oak, Weller 12. We got all 3 kinds of Blantons down here. We got regular, gold, and straight from the barrel. This is impressive. And guys, don't sleep on this bottle right here. The Cash Strength A. Smith Bowman is fantastic. Here we got cases of the E.H. Taylor here again for a little bit higher than normal, but still not a bad price. So we got a pretty good selection here. We got a bunch of Penelopes going on. We got the Rosé cask, which is a really good one. 2 different barrel strengths. Looks like this one might be a restore pick. So we got a whole row of Eagle Rare 10s here for about 70 bucks. Just a few months ago here, this would have been unheard of, but nowadays, Eagle Rare 10 is everywhere here in Texas. Guys, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you will know that this bottle right here, Sagamore Double Oaked Rye, is one of my favorite bottles of all time. And it's 60 bucks, so guess what? I'm gonna get this one today. Yeah, another one I just noticed on the shelf here is the Old Fitz 7-year bottle and bond. 70 bucks. We've got a whole row of it here. So if you're looking for that in the Austin area, this is a good place to find it. There's even one back there with a sack, if that's what you're looking for. So do you mind if I ask you about your allocation? Because this is an impressive collection. So how do you guys go about getting these? How often do they come in?
Well, most of these are allocations. Our boss does a very good job on ordering enough where we're considered for these allocations. So what happens, we have to order so much, and then if we hit that amount, we get chosen of, handpicked for allocations. Now, normally we can't choose what allocations we get. It's kind of like a lottery system almost. That's to my understanding. But we're very good at winning the lottery, apparently.
I would say so.
Well. Yeah. I'm very excited about that birthday one. The Old Forester. I was saying a little prayer when I was on the ladder putting it up on the shelf. I was so nervous about handling that. Oh my goodness.
I don't blame you. Do you guys do any kind of like events or anything?
Not yet. I know we are, as a business, growing little by little, and I'm sure that is something that my bosses would be looking into. Absolutely.
Nice.
We do want to get our name out there and expand.
Yeah.
Things like that.
And you have some store picks up front here too, is that right?
Yes, Buffalo Trace. Yep. It has a little sticker, Starbeam Liquor.
There you go.
Barrel Select. And I've had a couple regulars buy it, and they said it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to try it myself. It's gotta be good,
That's awesome. You know what? I'm gonna grab one of these too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a store pick.
Because it's unique, one of a kind, right?
Yep. Now, this is one of the interesting things that we were trying to learn on this video is, what kind of selection do stores have that are a little bit further away from the city? What kind of allocations do they get? And obviously you guys do pretty well, so that's impressive, yeah.
Well, we're out of the way, but we tend to get very busy as well. We're in a little tight-knit community here, and everyone needs a drink on Friday evening before you go home, So, because of that, because we have that support, we're able to do well here.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for letting us do this today.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Anytime. Thank you.
Yeah, our final stop, that was a huge success as well. Got myself a nice little Buffalo Trace store pick, which I'm really excited to open up and try out. As you could see from their allocation wall, they had a ton of stuff that you don't normally see in the wild, but they also priced it pretty heavily. Like the Old Forester birthday bourbon, that was close to $1,000.
We are at my final stop today, South Lamar Wine and Spirits, to see if they have any sort of allocations or bottle picks or anything that they would recommend. Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, welcome in.
Good, thank you so much. I'm Eddie with Barrel Hunters.
Eddie, nice to meet you. Eddie, I'm Miles.
Miles, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Most of where we're going to put some of the nicer kind of allocated bottles are going to be in this cabinet primarily.
Yeah, I could see
got
that.
Some deliveries in today and yesterday, so excuse the mess. Some cool stuff. Old Forester, King Ranch. That Elijah Craig 12 years from 2016. We cellared it ourselves. That's the old small batch that they used to do. They changed it to the 9-year in 2016, and And we kept a couple cases of the half gallons and some of the 750s, and I think that's all we have left are those half gallons. But
Is that on sale right now?
yeah, it's about $200.
Look at that.
$99.99, pretty reasonable, especially because it's a 1.75. So you're getting a decent amount. And I even have this one right here, which is a Monongahela batch.
Look
Like, it's
at
all
that.
overhaul. This one I've never tried myself. I've definitely had the 4 for sure.
I haven't tried that either. I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Yeah, you know, we do a lot of single barrel and store picks. Right now, I'm not sure if I have too many of them. I had a Doc Swinson's, that's gone.
You know, I was just talking about Doc Swinson's in a previous location. I am a big fan of theirs.
Oh, yeah.
And I really like their experimental finishes.
Yeah, that was our store pick. We had one called Bossa Nova.
Yeah.
And it was finished in Amberana casks.
Oh, I love that. I have that bottle. I don't have your store pick though. I would have loved to try it.
It's wild. We'll try to get some more either this week or next week. It's the new pay period after the first, so we're getting a whole bunch of trucks this week.
Nice.
So we'll probably see a little bit more.
Have you tried this one before? The rum and tequila cask finish one?
Man, I have not. You know, I've definitely had the Alter Ego. I've tried their rye, which I think we have over on that first shelf. Is their pretty much all of our ryes. I feel like a lot of bourbons are underrated nowadays. This Blue Note, unfiltered. They're from Tennessee, and as one of the best bourbons I've tried in the last like 2 years, man. Uncut, unfiltered.
I think you know what? I think you sold me on it. I'm gonna go ahead
and that is a single barrel as well. It should be, yeah, made for Texas.
I like
it's not
that.
a store pick, but it is a single barrel, all the same. So very similar. And it's really good, man.
I see. I like that, and it's 117 proof.
Yeah.
So it's gonna have a little bit of a kick there.
That's probably the best stuff I've ever tried from Tennessee.
I see this weeded bourbon here quite a bit now.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Bardstown,
Yeah.
and that bottle I absolutely love. You guys have it for $49. It's not bad at all.
Super reasonable, man. And you know, most of our prices are going to be very competitive. You know, for all the obscure stuff, man, our prices are right on point. If not, some things are even less than the big stores that they sell it for.
Right. I'm starting to see Twin Liquors actually start going up and up in price.
Right.
They need to start competing a little
You know,
bit more.
the only thing that they're going to beat us on is like the big bulk stuff, like Tito's, Bullet, you know, Makers, Jack Daniels, stuff like that. You know, it'll be really hard for us to. I mean, we'll just be $1 or $2 more too. It's not going to be crazy.
Right.
But a lot of the smaller kind of boutiquier stuff, man, we're just as good, if not better, at the pricing.
Right.
If not even a better deal. I just heard from a customer today that we still Clase Azul Reposado with the cheapest they said they saw in town.
And I'm assuming this is your Texas section over here.
So this whole shelf, essentially, maybe there are a couple stragglers like that New Risk, Kentucky, but
Right.
for the most part, this whole shelf is going to be all Texas.
So you got here some Milam Green.
Yeah, they're all signed by one of the master distillers. She came out, did a tasting, and signed pretty much a bunch of our bottles. I do have a bottle of the triple cask and the rye open, and this very small batch if you want to try any of them.
And look at this pour. I mean, this is a generous man over here.
Well, it doesn't do any good for us just sitting under the shelf, you know. So, best way to sell the product is get it in the hands of someone, let them try it personally.
Right, I agree. I appreciate
We
that.
can talk about every bottle until we're blue in the face, but until they've actually put it to their lips, you know, they can determine for themselves. And
Right.
you know, good whiskey will do all the selling for you.
I agree.
Yeah, we're big fans of Milam and Green. We've been supporting them since the very beginning, even since before when they were Ben Milam. The master distiller, Marlene, is exceptional. She's fantastic as well. Her, Marsha, and Heather.
Yeah,
do a
I think that
great job.
she won an award, didn't she, for like being like the best master distiller
for
out
sure.
there?
She's won awards. Heather Green has judged in the San Francisco whiskey festivals, contests. She's judged several times. She knows exactly. She's one of the best blenders I've ever known or met. Their rye is a port barrel finish, and it is incredible.
Is it?
This is the rye that they do from Miles and Green. This is probably my favorite that they do. Big fan of that port finish. I'm just a big rye fan in general, you know.
Oh my goodness, that smell.
I know, right? That little sweetness up front.
You get a lot of the pine that you typically get from rye. You usually get like either those sort of grassy notes along with spice.
Definitely.
So I get a lot of that pine, but then I'm getting a lot of that sweetness as well. Are you talking about from the port?
And you'll taste it immediately on the front.
Yeah, no worries.
Rye being the original American bourbon or whiskey, sorry, not bourbon. The original American whiskey was rye, so it's kind of cool.
Oh, that's incredible. Yeah. Because it still has a lot of the same rye flavors.
Oh yeah.
But then that sweetness kind of lingers there at the end.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely cuts through a lot of that spice, a lot of that typical rye, but you know, it still has that nice backbone.
What's your favorite rye?
Ooh. Willet's great. Willet rye is amazing.
The 4-year or purple top or which one?
The purple top's great.
Yeah.
I usually just get the 4-year because it's a little bit more in my budget.
Right,
and
yeah.
it's a little bit more regularly available.
Right.
But any of them, even if I could have the 4-year, it still blows me away.
I just left the South Lamar liquor store. What a great experience. These guys here are incredibly knowledgeable. They're very friendly. And they had a lot of bottles there, even if they weren't store picks, that they were willing to open and share with us. So I think that that place is a definite win. All right, so we came back and I think we finished strong. We have between us 5 new bottles into our collection. What do you think was the biggest score?
I think there's a hands down obvious winner for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this guy. Look at that shit-eating grin. I think you scored big time with the Weller 12 today.
I think I did too. $52.99 for a bottle of Weller 12, and it was just sitting there on the shelf.
Yep.
That was pretty incredible.
Thank you, Zeeks. Appreciate that. So shall we crack this bad boy open and have a little bit? To celebrate? We really get the oak in this one, in my opinion. Like, caramel and oak are very prevalent up front.
Oh,
what a great pour.
yeah. You know what I found really cool about this experience? A lot of these stores had their own store picks. And I'm all in favor of trying the store picks. I think that there's a little bit more love put into those.
Yeah, I actually ended up picking up a store pick from Starbeam Liquors. I got this nice little Buffalo Trace bottle, and it was, I think, $33, $34. So not much more than a standard Buffalo Trace.
Right.
And typically the store picks are gonna give you a little extra flavor that you weren't getting in the normal bottle. So I hope that's the case here too.
Oh, oh, that caramel. Dude, for a $30 bottle, Buffalo Trace is no joke.
Yeah.
You know, anybody that calls me a tater because I like Buffalo Trace products, I'm the first one to criticize Buffalo Trace for being so allocated and hard to find, just all their products. But the reality is that they make really good juice.
Tater.
Yep.
So after having just had the Weller 12, there's an obvious step down from the Buffalo Trace. But if you're looking for a $30 bourbon as a store pick, that's a pretty damn good choice.
I would say that this one's heavier on the vanilla than the typical Buffalo Trace. This feels like a vanilla bomb right in my mouth.
Starbeam, you did good. And for those out there that are on the bourbon hunt, make sure you ask the staff if they have store picks, because a lot of times they're gonna give you something a little bit better than the original bottles. Every owner or employee that we seem to talk to, they were more than happy to share insight about their store, about the picks that they had, and just answering any questions in general that we had. So we found them to be super friendly and helpful. Because a lot of times that kind of interaction leads to brand new discoveries that you weren't even paying attention to, and might even lead to a sample or two.
Here is a third tip that I found out after talking to you, Ryan, and that is that allocated bottles can be anywhere. Don't assume that the big city stores are the only ones that get the rare stuff. And on that note, you want to build loyalty where it makes sense. So if you vibe with a particular store, show up, say hi to the owner from time to time, buy a couple bottles, and who knows, maybe he's gonna return the favor by giving you a nice little pour of his Stag Junior.
So after seeing both of our hunts, it looks like the price was pretty even across the board here.
Yeah, from what I gathered, I feel like all the stores have their own quirks. Some priced common bottles a little bit higher. Others had really great deals on something else. Some had allocated bottles like a Weller 12-year at MSRP.
Yeah, and on my journey at least, I was looking for a new bottle of Sagamore because I just ran out of mine, because you guys know how much I love this bottle. And a couple of the stores had it for like $80 to $90. But I saw this one, I think it was at Starbeam also, for like $60.
And on that note, at Z's Liquor Store, where I got the Weller 12, I also bought this beautiful bottle of Amroot Peated Indian.
Oh man.
That was like a loud, I'm in charge here. You guys get out of my way.
Yeah.
I'm coming through.
That sounded like the ship that they were hunting Moby Dick on. Oh.
Smell that peat.
Oh my God, I smell like, I just get coffee and cocoa. That's like a peated coffee bean.
A peated coffee bean.
Yeah.
That is beautifully said.
Thank you.
I feel like you just roasted coffee beans.
Yes.
And then chewed on them a little bit.
Yo.
Maybe if they're like wrapped in chocolate.
My God, that is good. So yeah, whether you're shopping in the city or out in the country, good bourbon is out there. You just have to ask, explore, and build those relationships.
If you like what you watch, Please stick around, watch the videos on our side right now. We got tier lists for you to watch. We also have a bourbon hunt where we gave 2 stores $100 of our money to pick a bottle of their choosing for us to try.
Until next time,
Cheers.